Gibbs. What are we? Some sort of League of Legends? What are we? Some kind of arcade with spirits? Yeah, okay. Onwards! How is audio? What do you mean you're syncing data? Okay, there you go. Maybe the spirits was the arcades we made along the way. We only made one arcade technically. The audio is good. Okay. Well, we're gonna continue. I don't remember what happened besides us making the new arcade. Oh, okay, we're in the new level though. I think. Level 8. Kill screen. Francine was publicly executed. Oh yeah. Hi, emo. It is the distant future, year 20XX. And... Oh, who am I kidding? I'll be lucky to make it to 20XX. +1 at this rate. I've had my strand of fate twisted back and forth so often, it feels like it could snap at any moment. Mired in depression and a supposed family curse, then lifted up by my amazing team at the Funplex, slammed back down by Dekonami, raised up again by Tokicade Project. Hello everybody. Hello Nana. Thank you for the follow, by the way. And now, descending farther down due to a series of bad coincidences, accumulating in Pier 6 Brawl in which I got shot. Oh yeah, we got shot. I forgot about that. But today, I'm back to Tokicade, and ready to work, despite being on crutches. Oh, I forgot we named it Tokicade too. Normally, I have to mentally filter out the beeps and boops of a busy arcade, but not today. Aside from our regulars, nobody's here. Not exactly the sight I wanted to see on my grand return after heroically taking a bullet to the leg. We're 3 days into an ambitious experiment, and it's already looking like a bust. Even with a reprieve from Mrs. DeFlame, we couldn't hush the event completely. The news of gang violence at a local arcade spread over social media like wildfire. So we're famous. Your name is Robertson. Well, hello and welcome. Gavin had filled me in on the details. I missed while I was passed out. By the time the cops got here, both gangs were long gone, and the ghost monsters wiped our security footage on the way out the door. No arrests made, no evidence remaining. Well, that sucks. The only plus side, Sue and her ghost monsters apparently never came back. But even without them actively causing problems, that single day managed to smash our reputation. It's just so disappointing, unreasonable, frustrating, effed up. I mean, for sure it's frustrating. I mean, come on, we had a single lousy day, and that's enough to send the masses running and screaming. Talk about overkill. It's frustrating to see all this amazing fun on display, and nobody enjoying it. These games yearn for quarters. They are hungry and must be fed. I don't honestly know how we can recover from this, if we can only get a good word out, somehow correct this PR disaster. Seated behind the ticket desk with my crutches propped up nearby, light duty only for a week minimum, doctor's orders, I tried to mentally detangle this mess. Hey, Iris, are we... Yes, we're still trending negatively on social media, like the last 7 times you ask. Any luck with our security camera footage then? Anything that we could give to the police? It might help our public image to have someone to point the blame at. Nope, it's totally wiped, and my file recovery systems failed. I guess that's to be expected when going up against cybercriminals. Man, that just sucks. Does that mean we have to close back down? Like, they've even avoided bad press from the shooting. I haven't spotted a word monsters in any of the articles I've found about the attack. It's like they're ghost. Well, not literally ghosts, I just mean they clear their tracks very effectively. Yeah, I got that. We did see them in their corporeal form, remember? At least the whole mess seems to be behind us. Now we just need to dig our way out of this hole. I sigh heavily as the burdens sink into my lungs, and before I can groan further, I hear footsteps approaching. I lock my phone and pocket it before seeing who it is. Dun dun dun. There's so much reading. Yeah, I know, this game is very heavy on reading. There is voice actors for it, but like, not everything's gonna be, with voice actors, sadly. You miss playing Minecraft on the Sky Island? Oh wow, it's been a while since we did Minecraft streams. We kind of just like stopped doing that.
Hello.
It's a Percy. He's a Percy Jackson of the Lightning Thief. Hello, Nomura. Good to see you up and about. I'm up, but hardly about. I'll probably be glued to this stool all day long. Yes, well, it beats the alternative, doesn't it? Plus, you get a nice view of the whole arcade. Although a bit quiet in here today, isn't it? Yeah, I know, but we can turn this around. I know we can turn this around. Right. Well, I don't mean to be a bother, but I wanted to talk to you about our financial situation, seeing as I'm bankrolling this affair and such. As soon as he mentions money, my chest tightens, as I expect the worst. It's not an unreasonable thing to bring up, but can I deal with more bad news? I may have more than my fair share of wealth, but it's not bottomless. Honestly, you could see the bottom even before I put my stake in Tokicade. Gavin and I have been going over the spreadsheets, and at our current rate, well, I'm afraid we only have so much padding before we have to start considering options. Options like selling. I don't want to, believe me, but there's going to be a breaking point where we need to consider pulling out before our initial investment cannot be recovered. If only to ensure everybody involved in this affair doesn't go bankrupt. The knot in my stomach turns. The idea of completely draining Percy's finances, well, his plan for that money was to turn it over to charity upon his death, and here I convince him to invest in my boondoggle of an arcade in the twilight years of his life. Something of a grim thought, isn't it? But let's not dwell on the negative, shall we? No point giving up the fight so soon after it begins. What we need is a plan for how we can turn these ill fortunes around. What are our next steps? Next steps? I can barely take a step with these crutches. Honestly, I'm not sure what to do next. I need time to think. By all means, think away. And if all else fails, well, at least you've still got your health. Hold that thought. We've got a customer. Hello, welcome to... Oh, great. Good morning. I think I'll be moving along now. Whoopee to play, and I'll remember your health. And try to avoid stress in the next few minutes. I stood there in silence and shocked. I tried telling myself this was just a bad fever dream from my wound, but no such luck. This was 100% real. I watch as Deco takes a look around the arcade, his smug grin ever present. I see his eyebrow arc as he takes note of the people, or rather the lack of people here playing games.
Such a shame.
Oh, hush. Can't say I'm surprised in the slightest. Why would anyone want to come to such a mediocre arcade when the premium Deco's Palace experience is available to them? I'd estimate you have. Maybe a month at best before you close down. I'm looking forward to purchase this land. Maybe I'll make it a fun zone, or just a parking lot. Yes, a parking lot. And I should call it the Twitch Memorial parking lot. It would be a fitting tribute. What an ass. I'm not dead yet. You open an arcade in the middle of the gang territory. It's a reasonable assumption you'll collect a few more bullets along the way. Nope, I can't handle this. Not today. What do you want, Mr. Nami? If you need tokens, the change machine's over there.
Pity, is it not?
Tokens? How quaint. Still no swipe cards, eh? Sadly, I'm not here to play any of your antiques. Rather resembles a 1980X junkyard in here, doesn't it? All these obsolete games that no one truly cares about.
No. I'm here to make one final offer.
Oh boy.
This is against my better judgment, given the bad blood between us. But let it not be said that Dekonami is an unforgiving or cruel person. If you sign over ownership of this arcade to me, I'll spare your careers. Yes, even Miss Fairchild and Miss Wolf. I'm sure I can find something for them to do at one of my facilities. You should count yourself lucky I'm even willing to do this. You get an opportunity few others who cross me are ever offered. If you don't agree to my terms, I'll stand idle and watch as everything burns down around you. You have my word on that.
Okay, obviously I want to say no to this fabulous offer. But at what point do I cut my losses? Miss Francine believed in dreams, but she also believed in practicality and trade-offs. Am I ready to give up everything so that I have something resembling a future? No, I'm never giving up the dreams. Yes, it's my time to rethink. Wait, can I save first? I want to save first. Okay. Wait, let me save, right? Okay, yeah. So what happens if we hit yes? Yes, it's time to rethink my life. It's over. I rode this wild ride as far as I could, but it's time to come back down to reality. The economy sucks, life is hard, and I have to make the responsible choice. You're serious about this? No hard feelings after all I said and did. I said some hurtful things as well. Can't exactly call myself blameless for our communication breakdown. I'm ready to be an adult about this and work towards a better tomorrow. Okay, I'm ready. Splendid. Oh boy. In the end, I made the right decision. Unsurprisingly, nobody wanted to follow me into my future with Dekonami, despite his offer. In fact, none of them ever wanted to speak to me again. It broke my heart, but needless to say, Queen Bee and I broke up as soon as the incident. Just couldn't reconcile my life decisions with theirs. That's fine. I'm making good money now. Living the single life means I get to buy what I want when I want. There's nobody else to spend my precious resources on. Surprisingly, Deco held true to what he promised to me. We worked closely together. After that, I eventually came to understand how he does things and why it works so well. And when the time came for him to retire, I was named his heir, not his daughter. Me. Nemours Palace. It's got a good ring to it. I did the right thing. I took the safe bet. I broke the family curse. Yes, I sacrificed every dream I had, but at least I can die knowing I succeeded in life. I am a winner, and that's fine. Everything is fine. Okay, so it's the same result. Alright. We're not done yet. We're gonna load that. Okay. No. I'm never giving up on my dreams. Of course I'm not giving up. I mean, seriously, I had so many opportunities to jump ship prior to this. Why would I bail this close to the end? No, now get the frick out of my arcade. I'm afraid I must follow my own dreams, Mr. Nami. My resolve remains. I refuse your offer. Only if I get a $500,000 salary, 3 company cars, a Hollywood mansion, and my own line of designer fragrances. What the frick? That's so specific. But no, my resolve remains. I refuse your offer. Every time you ask, the answer will remain the same. Absolutely not. You can ask a dozen or more times, and my resolve will not change. This is the path I've laid out for myself. I'm going to walk it to the end. You think I'm ruining my future? That remains to be seen, and I will see it through. Well, that's unfortunate. It's your decision to make, of course. Your own life to ruin with your stubbornness. So be it. I guess I'll have to settle for buying the burnt out husk of your business once it ultimately collapses around you. I think you underestimate the damage being associated with the criminal element can do, Miss Switch. It's enough to ruin even the mightiest of arcades. Oh, and I doubt the ghost monsters have forgotten you. They will return, and they will make matters far worse for you. And immediately I take notice. Play it cool, play it cool, don't let on. Just test the waters. Really? Ghost monsters? I thought that gang was called Lovely Chainsaws or something.
Foolish fool.
Yes, ghost monsters, sadly. They insist on naming themselves after that absurd ancient video game reference of all the childish, immature. He shakes it off quickly enough, refocusing on me. But enough banter. I believe I'll take my leave. I'll not see you again, Miss Twitch. I'll let my lawyers handle purchasing what little will remain of you. Good day. Bruh. Once he's out of earshot and well beyond the confines of the arcade, I pull out my phone to verify something. Iris, you checked all the news articles about the shooting, right? Oh yes, I've analyzed them all. Did you need me to pull up a specific one? Just confirm something for me. The ghost monsters were never mentioned by name in any of them, right? Yes, it seems Sue's friends are good at covering their tracks. Why? This is it. This is the chance we need. Admittedly, it's a slim chance, but at this point, I'll take what I could get. Message everyone I'm calling another vacation into respiracy. Oh, great. Ooh, you're all fired up. Okay, message is sent. I'll need everyone's help to fill in gaping holes in my plan, but at least now I have a plan. It's time for one last ditch effort to save Tokicade. Oh boy. Packing everybody into the employee break room proved tricky. Standing room only, elbow to elbow, but somehow we managed it. Hi, everybody. Glad I could be here for this, whatever this is. Thanks for coming, Juniper. This was it. This was where we make our last stand. I looked around the room, at everyone, at all my friends, and nodded to each of them determinedly. Okay, I know things are rough, but I've got, let's say, a good 60 to 80% of a plan for how we can turn things around. Like, we can all agree what happened wasn't our fault, yes? Someone else screwed us over. Every problem we face could be traced back to them. The ghost monsters and Lovely Chainsaw may be to blame, but the court of public opinion puts the blame squarely on our shoulders. Our venue is tainted by their actions. We can cry foul all we like, but if there's a chance of violence returning to our doorstep, it'll keep customers away. It's a real bummer. We haven't seen any families here since opening day. Parents just aren't willing to take their children somewhat what that's known for being dangerous. Actually, I wasn't talking about the gangs. Today I learned who our true enemy is, and that person is Dekonami.
Pardon me?
Pardon, Dekonami. I don't follow. Yes, I'm rather miffed over what happened with the Funplex, But he's hardly to blame for our current woes, right? Earlier, when he was taunting me, he slipped mentioning the ghost monsters by name. Except those hackers keep their noses clean. They left us with no proof that they were even involved, thanks to our security cameras being wiped. The cops didn't go after them. The news didn't identify them. So, how did Deco know about them? Answer: Deco hired the ghost monsters to ruin our opening day.
What?
What? Seriously? Ah, in hindsight, it should have been obvious. I blame myself for not seeing it sooner. Far too many coincidences to be otherwise, and the fact that they only started wreaking havoc once Mrs. Defame showed up to bear witness. I can see what you're throwing down. Sue and her friends didn't seem awful at first. I remember talking to Clyde. They were very nice and friendly. And then Mrs. Defame showed, and... Oh my gosh, wait, do you think Mrs. Defame is involved? Considering she was willing to hold back her review, I don't think she's knowingly involved, but Deco may have gotten wind she'd be showing up and took advantage.
What if?
But you don't think Deco would have stooped that low, right? Hiring some random street gang to mess with us? Would he? Oh, he would. He's a spiteful bastard, of course. He tried to ruin our opening day. The only reason he didn't destroy Mrs. Francine was out of some weird sort of gentlemanly respect for a fellow elder business owner. But to Dekonami, Namor is basically pond scum. Thanks? To be fair, I doubt he orchestrated the bullet-riddled finale of the evening. That pushes plausibility. True, he wouldn't have even needed a shooting to ruin us. The negative review alone would have done the job. Being even slightly associated with a gang would have been awful. If Mrs. Defame reported us as a hotbed of teenage chaos, a living reenactment of Lord of the Flies, it'd be spelled doom, even without bullets flying around. I guess we're lucky she held her review back. The problem is, we have no proof of this, do we?
Bummer.
No way to tie Deco back to the ghost monsters other than him slipping up and mentioning them to Nomura. I doubt he ever admit to this on the record. Iris hasn't been able to dig up any digital evidence, although there's our eyewitness testimony, which would be enough to warrant some investigation. But for some reason, that doesn't seem to be enough for the police. I know a few of the local cops and how they think. If they're not looking into ghost monsters, odds are they actually looking into ghost monsters quietly? Which admittedly doesn't help us in clearing our name. And it's too much to hope that Deco simply confesses to orchestrating the incident which ruins us. Ugh, that slimy bastard's not getting away with this. I'll beat the truth out of him if I have to. As amusing as that would be, I wouldn't suggest it, love. We need to be smart about this and undermine him rather than take the direct approach. You mentioned having most of the plan. Nomura, care to elaborate? Well, if Deco won't confess his sins, we need the next best thing. We need his henchmen to flip on him. See, I sensed some tension from Deco about the ghost monsters. He called them childish and immature. There may be some bad blood between them. How about we break up their partnership? My plan is to track down the ghost monsters, get them to turn on their employer and confess to their crimes. Once the media hears it from Sue herself that the incident was all thanks to Deco's scheming, it'll clear the good name of Tokicade. This plan is foolproof. I'm answered with the myriad of blank stares and blinks. Don't everybody congratulate me all at once now. Okay, so this isn't really me criticizing, but your plan, kinda sucks. You want us to track down a bunch of hackers we already can't find, and then ask them politely to betray the guy who's paying them a lot of money? Between this and the shooting, I'm worried your health insurance premiums are about to go through the roof. That's why I said it was maybe 60% of a good plan. Look, we don't have a lot of options, people. Right now, the only one who can save us are the ones who ruined us, Deco and Sue. I'm confident that if I could find Sue and talk to her, I could get her to see reason. It's true. Namor was willing to give them another chance and hear out their side of things before. Sue really seems to like Tokicade. If there's some disagreement between her and Deco about our arcade, that could be why. Exactly. I think I could get through to her if I try. This hinges on our ability to find Sue, find an unfindable bunch of ghosts, ones Iris can't even track down, and that's where all you come in. All options on the table. I want to hear your ideas for how we could find Deco's hired goons. Let's fill in on the other 40% of my plan and make this happen. And awkward glances back and forth are all I get in return. I get why they're concerned. This is the slimmest of hopes and narrowest of margins. I'm asking them to follow me on a hunch. But I know this can be done. I know I can get Sue to give us the dirt we need to clear our name. Heck, some days it feels like all I could do is talk my way through problems. If that's my one special skill, I'm going to rely on it for this final conflict. Ugh. Now, if we could just find her. For that, I need their help, and that means I need to motivate them like a true leader would. Come on, do we want to just let Deco beat us? Let's think outside the box, way outside. We can outthink, outwin, and outmatch Deco. If we can't stop him, Deco's going to ruin our dreams. That's pretty much true. If we can't stop him, then he's going to keep coming and bugging us. Friends, we don't have a choice. The path to realizing our dreams lies in turning Sue's heart against Dekonami. We have to try. I know it's a risk, I know I'm reaching, and I might even be completely wrong. But we have to take the chance. If we don't, then Deco will happily destroy us. He doesn't believe in following your spirit and making what you want from life come alive. All he cares about is money, and doesn't care how he makes it. I won't let him do that to Tokicade like he did to the Funplex. Please, all I need from you is your support. Will you help me? I told you that I would protect our dreams. That holds true even today. Yes, I'll help you. Together we could accomplish great things. I'm willing to fight for my dream. I want Tokicade to be everything I've ever loved about arcades. Yes, let's do this. That's the proper attitude. We will protect what we love together. Hooray. Everyone nods in agreement, and I can even see some smiles start to appear. We're all on board. Now to just determine the how of the plan. Decision. Finding the ghost monsters. Oh boy.
Perhaps.
At risk of stating the obvious, why don't we talk to the police about this? They've proven unhelpful so far, but if we go down to the station and fully explain our situation, we may be able to gain the information we need. I feel this would be a reasonably steady course of action.
No can do.
I'm not certain about showing up and just asking for them to open their files to us, but you're correct. The police would have the information we need. Except cybercrimes is a sticky situation. You have to control leaks if they're looking into the ghost monsters. They won't just tell us outright. The key is talking to the right people. I know most of the cops have been in Matt's donut shop by name, and I know one friendly officer that'll help us. Oh, a man on the inside. Why get the cops involved? We already know someone who's got an axe to grind against Sue and her buddies. Or rather, a chainsaw. That's right, Queen Bee. We can ask the lovely Chainsaw Gang. They'll be easier to find, and would probably be thrilled to divulge in all the dirt they have on the ghost monsters. Oh, they'll carve us up with their switchblades. Could go either way. I'll admit this is a super gutsy move, but if we pull it off, we don't need to involve the authorities at all. This whole situation's a bit too sticky for my liking. Cops and robbers, no thank you. Although the alternative I am about to suggest may be stickier still. The Morphists met the ghost monsters at Deco's palace, yes? They're regulars there, so we investigate Deco's palace to find someone who knows Sue and her mates. If we could find a good friend of hers and make them understand why we need to speak with Sue, well, we're already on somewhat good terms with Sue, thanks to Nomura's remaining diplomatic about all of this. We should keep that going. I'm pretty sure if I showed my face at Deco's palace, it'd get smashed into paste by his private security goons. But my face wouldn't. Deco doesn't know me. I was Funplex adjacent rather than a Funplex regular. And I think the last time I set foot in a Deco's palace was years ago, so I could wander freely with Juniper. Yeah, we could give a slip in and ask her around about Sue, without anyone even noticing. I'd say this kindly strategy is an honest appeal to those who may know her. What could be more cordial?
Definitely.
If she's got a single friend in that place, I'll find them. It's a daring mission in enemy territory, but for you, I'll do it. Huh. What are you looking at me for? I don't have any ideas. I mean, well, you could try Googling trademark for her accounts. I'm reasonably sure Iris already tried that. Iris? Yep, I even use Yahoo, trademark, Bing, trademark, Alta Vista, trademark, and web crawler, trademark. I have no idea what half of those are. Yeah, same. Okay, but that's not really what I meant. I mean checking online forums for arcade enthusiasts. She loves arcades, right? She may have an account there. I've been rejoining online communities lately to try to open up to like-minded folk and socialize a bit more on my own terms. She's gotta be lurking in one of those places. Oh wait, I know. If we can't passively search for her, we can actively call her out. As much as I hate internet trolls, they do get results. If we taunt the ghost monsters online, well, I'm positive Sue's the sort of person who'll look herself up constantly, right?
The winner is you.
Of course, and with my help we can establish fake accounts to spread the message so far wide that she can't miss it. I suggest we use a public internet access point to keep it from being traced back to Tokicade, though. Oh, road trip. Road trip. I could tell from Gavin wincing at this that he's not a fan, but he's not a fan of Iris in general, so.
Work.
I like this plan, Miss Naomi. It's pretty quirky, but it just might work. Oh boy. Well, I did say I wanted options. Involving the cops after all those semi-shady things we've done is risky. So is provoking a rival gang of armed hooligans. So it's infiltrating Deco's palace. So is... Okay, posting a few troll messages isn't that risky given how many social media companies actually adore trolls and nurture them for advertising dollars, but it could annoy Sue. What's the best path forward? But before I can decide, Juniper raises her hand. All of these sound great, but... Nomura, you're still recovering from an injury. The less moving around you do, the more likely you'll heal nice and quick. You can't go gallivanting around the city chasing down rumors about the ghost monsters today. I'm just on crutches. I'm not on an iron lung or anything. I'm still mobile. Light duty only. Doctor's orders, remember? But I have a solution to this conundrum. It's simple and super effective. Let us do this for you. You've had to tackle all these problems since joining the Funplex by yourself. Why not step back and let us handle this one? Well, Okay, but I need to be there when we finally confront Sue. While you're out and about, I guess I'll get some rest, so I'm ready for tonight. Sounds good? Sounds good. These are my friends. I trust them entirely. So now the only question is, which plan do I want to give my Nomura seal of approval? Okay, first, we're gonna save. Alrighty. Whew. So, go to the police as Gavin and Teo. Talk to the lovely chainsaws as Queen Bee and Ashley. Infiltrate Deco Palace as Juniper and Percy. Troll the internet as Naomi and Iris. Ooh. Which one to do? That is a great question. But now it's which one? I really don't know. Yeah, I saved and I could go back if the results don't see fit to how I like it, but I feel like trolling on the internet won't be as bad. It may annoy them, but like hopefully no guns will get involved. I feel like with the police there's a chance that like there might be something that goes down. Going to the chainsaws sounds like injury as it is. Infiltrating Deco's palace might be a result to a fight as well. You know what? You know what? Let's troll the internet as Naomi and Iris. Calling out Sue on the internet is risky, but we're more likely to reach her in the virtual world than the real one. It's worth a shot. Naomi, I'm going to loan you my Iris account password. Just install the free app and log in as me, and it should work. Got it. I'll pick the arcade communities she's most likely to visit and ask around about her. And I'll help Naomi get the word out quickly and safely so she isn't at risk. We'll use a public access point and stuff. You sure you don't want me along for this? You need to rest up if you're going to be peg-legging it around the criminal hideout tonight. Okay, good luck you two. The thing is though, why can't we have multiple people doing things at once? Like, Gavin and Teo could actually go to the police station while at least Percy and Juniper go to Deco's palace. Like, multiple people could be doing multiple things to lead up to this, like, final thing. You can count on me. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Oh boy. Sure, Naomi, count on me. I told you, Nomura, count on me to dive headfirst into something I've only just recently started dipping my toes in. I don't like people. A person can be great, and I love chatting with someone one-on-one, but teeming masses, large crowds, faceless, anonymous cyber audiences? Yikes. I'm trying to be better about this. I mean, I have to be. Supporting Tokicade properly means online communities, which are the best way to find parts. I want to do my part. I want to support her dreams. Heck, support my dreams. Even if that means smashing my way into an internet community like a bull in a digital china shop. Hello. Naomi, I mean. Sorry, you're logged in as her, so I get a little confused. The chirpy voice of Nomura's digital assistant brings me out of my own inner world. A glance down at my phone shows her smiling face, a glowing cartoon on an LCD screen. It's so exciting to be able to work with you. Normally, I am a one-user gal, but mixing things up can be fun. Okay, let's see. How to do this. Hey Iris, launch web browser. Browser open. Where to? Hey Iris, load rttp://www. You don't have to preface everything with "Hey Iris, I understand you just fine." She's just like, like, look stupid. I could hear you, okay? Alright, I keep forgetting that Nomura's app is surprisingly responsive to normal human speech. Iris starts opening apps on my behalf. Getting a browser ready to go, I refocus on my phone, trying to ignore the others in the restaurant around me. Okay, so load up the Quarter Pumpers community forums. My account there is... No, we shouldn't use your account. I can generate a bunch of throwaway accounts for the forums you want to post to while looking for Sue. It's safer that way. Alright, I definitely want to be safe. We're safe, right? You're on a public access point in the middle of a greasy spoon dinner, plus I'm behind 7 proxies, so good luck finding who we really are. Oh, thank you. Am I really thinking an app? No problem. Okay, forum online. Generating an account. Blah blah. CAPTCHA. I am not a robot. LOL, LOL, LOL. We're ready to go. Okay, let's start writing posts. What do you want them to say generally? Right, the other thing I've been grappling with in my head. The best results would probably come from calling Sue out like some sort of obnoxious internet troll. But, well, do you really want to become a monster to hunt a monster? Nomura is relying on me. I have to get this right. I wonder, what would she do in this situation? How would she approach this? Make a fun of Sue and troll her, call Sue out directly in confrontation, inquire quietly about ghost monsters, plead on behalf of Tokicade for help. I feel like calling her out might just make them ignore her. Making fun of them probably wouldn't help either. I feel like inquire quietly about it might help, but we're gonna save first. Save that before we do anything else. So let's inquire quietly about the ghost monsters. No, we don't need to troll or even confront Sue directly. Someone out there has to have the information we need. We just have to ask around. I need to know where to find the ghost monsters, where they hang out, and how to get in contact with them. I believe they're lurking somewhere in this community. Can you assist? We'd like to have a civil discussion with them about the incident at Tokicade. No threats, no violence, just adults talking things through. Wow, super diplomat of you. Ambassador Naomi of Tokicade has the floor. Okay, now to get this posted. I need to know where to find the ghost monsters. Okay, just spamming that. One by one, pop-up windows automatically open as various fake accounts repost the message across related communities. Okay, now we sit back and wait for some responses to come in. And you really think we'll be able to provoke a response? 99.97%. Near absolutely. I have to say, I'm impressed with how much effort everybody is putting in on this. I could tell from your voice print analysts that you're not totally comfortable right now. I'm sitting on a hard plastic dinner stool. Not what I mean emotionally. I've learned a lot about you through your interactions with my user. Hello. Iris enjoys using that strat. Hello, James. Welcome again. Was that the fight of 87? No, emo. No, it wasn't. I can't draw up a complete psychological profile because my system isn't tuned to analyze your identity, so there are some gaps, but... Well, we have some time before my tracking software likely picks up anything. Mind if we fill in those gaps? This is weird. Okay. So I know Nomura talks to her phone like it's a person, so I'm not too surprised to find it talking back to me like a person. Heading for the big showdown, oh boy. I know, it's nerve-wracking a bit. You will commit the bite of 25, oh no. What I'm surprised about is that I want to talk too. Something about Iris is just so personable, kind of nice, you know? Well, what did you want to talk about? About your spirit. What drives you? Why you do what you do? I'm designed to understand people's spirits, hopes, and dreams. That way I can better assist them in being realized. Why go out of your way to help Nomura? Help me understand. What is it about her that has you willing to go the extra mile like this? It's kinda complicated, maybe. Or maybe not. I've had a hard time feeling comfortable around people. I could do friendly. I mean, I'm friendly with the folks from the Funplex, from Tokicade, yeah, but around Nomura, I feel like I can just be me. I can say anything. I don't need to think and rethink about how I'm fitting in socially at every given moment. Nora started out just being another person working at the Funplex, but gradually it's like I began to understand her dream, and so did she, for that matter. Whoa, you're out. Funny thing is, Naomi's not even our girlfriend. Queen Bee's our girlfriend in this case. So it's kind of well, it's just a friendly matter at this point. The fuck. And our dreams were very much the same. We both loved the arcade. We both wanted it to grow. I consider Nomura a good friend. We care about the same things, and I'm willing to do what it takes to make our dream come true. Input process. Thank you for your assistance. I'm glad my user has people like you in her life, and if you ever need some digital assistance, don't hesitate to call on me. Wow, I guess I should probably open an Iris account for myself if this was this useful. Well, sure, but the free version has a few restrictions.
Pizza on a bagel.
No. Notably, you may need to be aware that when you have a pizza and a bagel... Oh boy. What is happening? Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh. What kind of uh-oh? I'm very much not in favor of uh-ohs. Our messages are vanishing off the boards. I posted them too. Immediately my mind races to the worst case scenarios. We've been backhacked. The cyber police are coming. No, likely it's just the moderators erasing our messages. Although no, some of these are on noticeably unmoderated forums and chans and stuff. Oh, you've got mail. Literally you, Naomi. That's odd. I could have sworn we were untraceable. With shaking fingers, I switched from the Iris app to my email. I don't know why you want any sort of contact with us, again, considering what happened the last time you met Sue. She nearly died at your arcade. Honestly, I'd rather she not get mixed up with you again, but she's stuck in a bad situation right now. If what you want is to be in talk, this isn't the way. We're trying to keep a low profile and you aren't helping. I'm going to attach our address to this message. Please don't come if you're just going to make things worse. Things are bad enough as it is. Wow. Any idea where this message came from? I could try to trace it if you want. On second thought, no. I think we've risked enough today. Can you add that address to my contacts? Certainly, Miss Naomi. Thumbing through my contact list, I could confirm the address, as well as a name. A very surprising name. Iris. Did the name come with the address info? Yep. Why? Whoever sent this message, they clearly wanted us to know this. Sue's real name. Oh boy. I'm not sure if this makes things better or worse. Okay, I think we have exactly what we need. Time to go home. Already? But we've been having so much fun. I understand though we should get back to Nomura. It's been a pleasure working with you. Step Sue. Oh no. Home. Time to go home. The Funplex was home, and now Tokicade is home. I just hope that we can use what I've learned here to keep our home together. Penguin there, baby. I awakened to the sound of pain, more specifically the groans of pain escaping my own throat. Apparently, getting shot in the leg hurts a lot, and sleeping on the second-hand employee couch probably not the finest choice of rest. The nap was a definite necessity, however, I'm not operating at full speed anymore, and won't for a few weeks to come. But sleep didn't make my muscles any less achy. If anything, I've got a headache on top of it. Joy of joys. But right now I got 99 problems and my physical condition ain't one. The fate of Tokicade is what matters most. Bruh, just pop an Advil. Headache, use Advil.
Beep beep.
Beep beep. Namora, you should probably be getting up now. I'm up. Goody. So have you given any thought to how you're going to win over Sue's favor once you go confront her? Well, usually I just sort of stumble through these things and decide stuff like that on the fly. Oh, that's no good. You know, those intense identity situations I've been tracking, the ones where you can't take certain approaches that don't mesh with your personality? Oh god. I'm slightly dying over here. But what? Like, where I can't make nice if I'm too impulsive a person? Well, it's not so much that you can't. More that you shouldn't try something that goes against who you are as a person. People will see right through it. Oh god. And I'm betting Sue will know if you're playing acting at something you aren't. This will be super intense identity situation, only one way through. When the time comes, you're going to have to take a stand based at your highest personality score. Not more numbers and systems. It's for your own good. I'm just trying to help you make decisions that will save Tokicade, and that means being true to your spirit. And what's that mean exactly? According to my calculations right now, your best bet for how to convince Sue is to be kindly. You've done a great job opening your heart to others and getting them to empathize with you. Do that with Sue and she'll be your friend in no time. Are you having an allergic reaction or is it my headphones? No, I just have a cough that I'm trying to get rid of. So if it changes my voice every now and then, I am sorry. But it's because of the cough. But I have water. Brew tea. Yeah, I should. But not right now. And if I don't want to take that approach, it's a bit late to change who you are as a person. Remember, my numbers and scores only help me understand who you are. Who you are is who you've chosen to be. It's a casual relationship. But with the help of your friends, you can maybe get some ideas. Nudge things around a bit until you feel confident taking a different tactic than your usual one. Speaking of your friends, here's one now. It's my girlfriend, not my friend. Queen Bee leans up against the doorframe to lounge, arms crossed and smirking wildly at me. It's that same smile that always manages to light a fire deep within my heart. Oh boy, hold on to your butts, 'cause I have some news for you. I'm holding on to them tightly. What'd you find? You made the most resourceful team by putting Naomi and Iris on the job, and to no one's surprise, they succeeded. Naomi made a new friend, one with the proper info. The information for the hideout was easy sauce. Got it right there. Queen Bee struts over to me, joining me in sitting on the couch. She wraps her arm around my shoulders, dangling a piece of paper in front of me. I reached up to collect it, and she gently places a soft kiss on my cheeks. But we also scored something else. She whispers into my ear. Her warm breath tickles my skin, making it tingle. Her real name. Her real name. Is Sue like her gamer tag or something? Nah, she's not that sly, but she is a Nami. Sue Nami. Oh, she's an ocean. Oh wait, no, tsunami's a wave. Oh god. Tsunami? Oh boy. That is so stupid. We've been assuming all along that ghost monsters were guns for hire, paid off by Dekonami to ruin our opening day. But if Sue is actually Deko's daughter, would she ever betray her own father? I'm going to need to be very, very careful. Hopefully she hates the old bastard. I feel sorry for any kid named after an awful pun. Yeah, no. The real question is, would she ever betray her own father? This could be bad. This could be very, very bad. A mercenary hacker could be convinced to betray her boss, but a dutiful daughter would be less likely to do so. Deko didn't seem particularly enamored of the ghost monsters, though, even if it means breaking up a family. Maybe I could use that to drive a wedge between them. Either way, this is just a whole lot more complicated. Okay, this changes everything.
What the
Right? Like, what the heck? That connection is a lot deeper than we imagined. Dealing with family is always a sticky situation, one that never ends well. Not to say that you'll have any trouble, Nomura, knowing you. You'll think of a way to end this once and for all. And when you do, I want to be there. I want to watch you bathe in the blood of your enemies. I'm not going to kill anyone, Queen Bee. Of course you aren't. I'm just saying that I've complete confidence in you. And once you succeeded, we can celebrate. Ayo, why is she giving me the eyes? Her arm moves around my shoulder to my waist, pulling me closer. Queen Bee nuzzles into my neck, littering it with kisses, playfully nipping at it. Can I take a shower first? Kiss her. Let's hold that thought until after we win. I mean, we're in the moment unless someone walks in, so we'll kiss her back. I place my hand under Queen Bee's chin, lifting her gaze to match mine and kiss her, passionately, fully. Once our lips part, I look at her lovingly. Let this day hereby be known as our day. I'll drink to that. Now, I can't wait until later tonight. But what are you going to do until then? What's your plan? Do you have one yet? Iris told me I only get one chance at this, that I need to go with whatever I do best. But if I talk this through with someone, maybe I could learn a different path. I'm open to ideas, really. How would you handle this? You want to know what I would do? Well, here's exactly what I would do.
wrecked?
Oh god. I'll go in guns a-blazing, have my super meter ready and charged to unleash my ultimate attack. I'd execute a combo so hard I would knock her out. Sue has a complete competitive streak. You just need to let your confidence soar. Do some shit talking and she won't be able to fight against it. Yeah, I'll show Sue. I got the moxie to take her down. I don't think Sue would appreciate that. Yeah. As much as I'd like to, Sue doesn't like the spotlight being taken from her. I think there's a better way to handle this. You might be right, but either way you decide, I'm supporting you fully. I don't want to linger on this any longer. The sooner we leave, the sooner we could come back home. Standing up, she leans over me and places a kiss upon my forehead. Holler at me when you're ready. Well, this is it. Either we sort this mess out, or Tokicade crashes and burns. Or killed. I guess that's always an option, considering we're about to go confront a street gang that indirectly got me shot in the first place. I don't even want to consider the possibility of death. I'm immortal upon proven otherwise, but, well, if this is the end, I should probably have some words with my friends before I march towards doom, if only to get their opinion on how I should approach Sue. Grabbing my crutches, I swing my way out into the arcade proper to track down some folks. Oh boy. Let's see if I've already talked with Queen Bee. Who else do I want to talk before we leave? Naomi, Gavin, Ashley, Percy, Teo, Juniper. Let's go talk to Naomi since she actually helped us get to where we are right now. Naomi would be in her workshop, no doubt. I should check in with her, see how she feels about all this. Hum-de-dum. Looks like she's happily tinkering with some old 1980X arcade circuit board. Hey, Naomi. Hey, good to see you. I remember when I first met her, she'd jump in surprise if I approached her like this. Seems like those days are over. Now I'm greeted with a warm smile. Listen, I'm heading out to talk to Sue soon, so I just wanted to talk a bit before I go. I'm sure you'll do great. And all the time I've known you, you've been terrific with people, better than I've ever been at least. If anybody can sway her out to our side, it's you. I mean, look at all this. She gestures arms wide to her surroundings. What, your workshop? No, I mean Tokicade itself. Look at everything you've built, and how do you do it? By talking to people, helping them understand your dream. You get what I mean, right? By being who you are, you can make miracles happen. I'm just as me, Naomi, an ordinary person with a big heart. All I do is speak honestly. It seems to work. I am pretty awesome, aren't I? Yes, soon I will unseat Deco as a master of the arcade world. I mean, all I do is speak honestly. It seems to work. Yeah, that seems about accurate. I think that's overselling me a bit. All I do is speak honestly and speak true. I'm clear with how I feel, and that seems to get the job done. The question is whether or not a steady hand will be enough to convince Sue. I'm not a miracle worker. You don't have to be a miracle worker to be a solid worker, someone who makes things happen. Don't be so humble that you downplay your own accomplishments. I know what it's like to cut yourself down a peg, scared of being too proud. It's easy to fall into that trap. So when I say you're a great person, take the compliment. Okay then. So, how do you think I should approach Sue? Well, if it was me, I'm not happy with how they ruined our opening day. Honestly, I'm downright miffed about it. I'd probably go at him like a fireball, 'cause I'm downright fierce. But I know that probably wouldn't work. Taking the high road is the better path. You've got a steep hill to climb here, making her flip on not only a partner in crime, but on her family. So you're going to have to try to understand her heart. She keeps saying she likes our arcade. Play into that. Be kind, understanding, and empathetic. Okay, I'll consider playing nice. Not sure about that. I'll consider other options. Yeah, no, I feel like, yeah, Naomi's right. Challenging her ego and insulting her is definitely not going to work. Playing nice makes sense. You're right. I'll consider it. Believe me, I kind of want to kick her teeth in, but I know that's wrong. Even if we're never friends, we have to at least try to understand her. I better get back to work. These replacement ROMs aren't going to socket themselves. Even if the arcade ends up closing down, I'm deciding to be optimistic. He could do it. Best of luck. Oh, hey, mind if I ask your opinion on something? Sure, what's up? What do you think of Gavin? I know he's a money-grubbing, prize game-loving stick in the mud, but Well, ever since Tokicade and all of us working together, I don't know. Maybe he's softened up a bit. I think you're a good influence on him. Do you think he'd be the kind of person to put old arguments aside and no, we've got to stay focused. We need to save the arcade. Forget I brought it up. Ooh, damn. Naomi's gonna shoot her shot with Gavin. After offering a brief hug of support, Naomi returns to her work. Damn, Naomi. Oh. Who else do I want to talk before we leave? We're just gonna talk to everybody. Let's see. Let's talk to Gavin. Gavin, Naomi likes you. I find Gavin looming large over the arcade floor, behind the ticket desk. Seems he was expecting me. So, our complications have developed complications. Seems to be the case. And you like my advice on the matter? Seems to be the case. Be clear with Sue, be honest, and be ready to rise to whatever challenges she poses to you.
Perhaps.
If you let her make the first move, you could counter-move through improvisation. I know you're talented at it. Use that talent to let her set up her own traps and step in them. Treat her with respect, but in the end, she's just a kid. You can outthink a teenager, I like to believe. If you take the situation seriously and approach with a clear mind, I've no doubt you'll win the day. Agreed? I could keep a cool head and let her make the move first. Not sure about that. I'll consider other options. I mean, that kind of seems like right as well. Like, because if you think about it, you gotta let the person say what they need to say before you have anything else to say to it. Like, if the person like brings up everything but then sets their own self up as you try to help and work through it, then in the end they're just hurting themselves. So yeah, it kind of works hand in hand. Sounds about right. Go in ready to form a strategy based on the conditions on the ground, then play out that strategy with a calm hand. Precisely the way I'd handle it. You know, when you first came to the Funplex, I had serious doubts about you. I assume you just fill a seat and do the low-level labor while I focus on higher-order management tasks. So I've largely kept my distance, or tried to, at least, out of the professional respect, but I can't help but have come to know you over the time we've spent together. You're not a minimum wage trainee any longer. You've taken opportunity and run with it, developing not only the Funplex, but a whole new arcade as well. I know we're facing a difficult challenge. I'm not going to blindly assume everything will be just fine either. But I know that this is possible if we can stave off bankruptcy. You will be capable of doing it. Thank you, Gavin. Your respect means a lot to me. And if not, I can always sell my vital organs. Damn. You were doing a terrific job before I came along too. We'll beat this problem and everyone that comes after. Yeah, no, we'll beat this problem and everyone that comes after. I'm not going down swinging. I'm winning this fight. And the fight after, and the fight after, and all the fights to come. You've got my word on that. Good, good. All that remains is for me to wish you the best in your efforts tonight. Do Tokicade proud. Do us all proud. We're all counting on you, Naomi especially. I swore to protect her dreams once, even if I've been inadequate at the task, unable to truly understand her heart. I hope she could forgive me for my earlier mistakes. Now that we're all pulling together for Tokicade, I must admit a fondness. Ooh, have you told her that? Well, no, but perhaps I should. Ahem, not that I mean to distract you as you were. Ooh, Gavin likes Naomi. Who else do I want to talk to before we leave? I just start running around the arcade. Gavin and Naomi sitting in the tree. Or I guess in this case, in the arcade. I would love to stay for the big finale, but it's close to 1 a.m. for me. I need to sleep. Good luck. Thank you, James. Thank you for popping in along this journey. Have a good night. Alright. We're gonna go talk to Ashley. Ashley's wandering around the arcade floor, practicing what I could only assume are magical girl final attack sequences. But she's not even in costume. Oh, aren't you out of costume for that? Ashley finishes up a twirl before addressing me. You can't take the magical girl out of the outfit, but you can't take the magical girl out of your heart. Plus, I'm practicing for the final boss fight. Aren't you ready? What? You dig role-playing games, right? Doesn't this feel like you're about to enter the final boss fight like in every RPG ever? Look, you've gathered up all your team members. See also us, your friends. And we're all hunkered down in a dark, damp cave. See also Tokicade. Now we're having this epic, sentimental chat about winning or losing. I couldn't be more spot on.
Yeah.
Although I do wonder what class you be. As long as Sue doesn't metamorphose into a six-winged floating half-torso of a monster as Gregorian chants play in the background, I think I can handle it. Speaking of which, how are you gonna handle it? I have a few options floating around in my mind, but I was checking in with others to see what they recommend. If it was me trying to take down the final boss, I gives into Sue's punk and sass. Make it a bizarro final fight by playing to Sue's sense of adventure. Joke around with her. Maybe if we match up to her antics with ours, we might just best her at her own silly game. Yes, fight mischievous cyber criminals with more mischief. I don't know about that. Sue likes games, not being the butt of her own game. Yeah, no, that's true. I'm not sure leaving it up to Jess and Japes with the best way to tackle Sue. While she seems like fun in games, she is very real threat to Tokicade. There's gotta be a better way. I just know what I know, which is final boss fights. But I also know something else, which is to always trust Nomura. Whatever you end up doing, I know you're going to save Tokicade, and consequently us all. Isn't that a little too hopeful? There is a very real chance I can fail this. This isn't some game. This is real life. Little did we know. Of course I realize that. But I gotta have hope. I believe in you, even if you don't believe in yourself. And here's why I get real sappy. Ever since you came to the Funplex on that day, you've affected us all. You've changed all our lives. And mine. For the better, of course. I've been watching you grow and change into this person before me, and you've inspired me to do the same, to become the person I want to be. So, Nomura, no matter what happens in there, just know that you've made friends here, friends that'll last a lifetime. These friendships are the very best. I'm so happy to call you my friend too. A lifetime isn't long enough. It's important to make connections with people. It's important to make connections with people. You never know what friendships will lead to into the future, so it's important to fill your life with ones that matter, like being friends with you, Ashley. Doll, you're too sweet, Nomura, but your words couldn't have been spoken. And just so you know, you've been a tremendously amazing friend. Ashley twiddles her fingers for a second and then deviates from the seriousness. Well, I just know you've got things to do before the big fight. Just make sure you're stocked up on potions and don't forget to have the correct weapons equipped. All I have is this crutch. Did you see the stats on it though? Crutches do double damage to pesky teenagers. Good to know. And Ashley. Yeah? Thanks for being so bright in this dark hour. You got it, friend. Now go out there and kick all the butts. Funny thing is, I was gonna pick Ashley to be our girlfriend. But then, literally the beach scene happened and then I went with Queen Bee. God. One new can change the story. Oh no. But Ashley is so good. She's so quirky in her own little way. The fact that she like cosplays and everything. You need some tea. Yeah, I'll probably make some tea afterwards. Let's go talk to Percy. Undoubtedly, Percy's playing Moopy, right? Oh, or not. He seems to be just sort of loitering around the Moopy machine. Ah, you've heard the news then? That our arch enemy is the father of our secondary arch enemy? Yeah. Unpleasant business. That's simply unpleasant. I wish I could offer you boundless enthusiasm and show a confidence, but this whole situation's gotten rather out of hand, hasn't it? As your business partner, my advice is at this stage would be to cash out while you still can. I mean, I know you won't, but that's what I'd suggest. Life is short. Take it from me. Best to make the most of what you have than to lose it all. So apologies for my inability to offer a pep talk. Afraid I'm rather melancholy today. It's okay, Percy. I'll take care of this little problem we're facing. Then I'll hold out hope. I'm not certain as to how you'll do this, but I'll hold out hope nevertheless. Well, how would you do it if you were willing to give it a go? Tricky, blah blah blah. I don't know how effective it would be, but I try to approach as a friend. Connect with Sue on an individual level. It's going to be difficult, mind you. She's young. She's got something to prove. She has friends. She needs to impress. Digging through all of that to get to her heart. Well, you've got your work cut out for you, yes? Well, it won't be easy, but I think I could do it. Yeah, Percy's right as well. I've been considering taking a gentler approach, yeah. Thanks for the advice, Percy. Anytime, love. No matter what, if this turns violent again, you should take the better part of valor and run for it. You've got your youth and your health. Take it from someone sitting in the Reaper's waiting room. There's no sense hastening that meeting. He always seems to joke about his own short lifespan, even if he's the only one who seems capable of laughing at it. Maybe I should really try to talk to him about this. Look, Percy, about your condition. Percy, we love you. We want you to be happy and healthy. Can nothing really be done? There are always options. Have you truly exhausted all of them? Can I donate my heart? If so, I'll go get a pocket knife and sort this out. Jesus Christ. You're too awesome to just fade away. You need to stand up to this. Yeah, no, has he actually, gone through all the options? I'm not a medical professional, and I'm not here to tell you how to lead your life. But with that in mind, are you certain there's nothing left to be done? Without dipping into crystals and chakras, surely there are other cardiac specialists, other experts, people you can consult, options you can take. Don't be sad. It's quite fine, really. I've made my peace with this. I prepare to ensure my legacy continues long after I passed. You'll save Tokicade, and with it, the investment I've made. I'll have helped my friends find a home. No, death isn't my foe. He's become an ally. Once I will walk with in time. That's so sad. But our focus tonight should be on you, not me. Don't let my situation weigh on your mind, not at this critical moment. I'll heal no more of it, understand? Fine.
Lovely.
Now go out there and do right by your friends. Save Tokicade. I've decided to hold out hope after all. Lovely, isn't it? Damn. We'll talk to Teo. There's one place I just know I'm going to find Teo, and when I get there, he's already on stage, grooving to the beat. It's freaking, he has to get all his jitters out before taking the fight. Look at him go. It's exactly like the day I first encountered Teo. Not a care in the world, besides the BMPs and the flashing lights around him. Never skip a day, do you? Even when impending doom is nigh. Even when we're about to go head to head with Sue. I think I might have missed a couple days when I got the flu once. But seriously, just thinking about you facing off against Deco's daughter wears the heck out of me. That's why I hopped on Showtime's stage, to quell that anxiety. Dancing is a good way to clear the mind and work off any stress. Teo wipes the sweat from his brow and he hops down from the cabinet to join me on the arcade floor. Teo's carefree natural sheds as he looks me dead in the eyes. You don't realize how you impacted us all, do you? I know it may not seem like it, but all of us have been impacted by what you've done for us and for our arcades.
Thank you.
We're all super grateful. Especially me and my crew. You've helped me grow my community of dancers and kept us from harm, even when we tend to break the fire codes. I feel like you took the charge for that. I just provided a place for you all to play Showtime stage. Exactly. Without you, my crew, no me, I wouldn't have been able to grow without your guidance. You've taught me so much. Since I met you, you've shown that it's possible to care for others and take care of your own needs. And for that, I'm truly honored to be your friend. I've got that Care Bear stare. What the fuck? How could I not care for my friends? Call me caring Nurse Twitch. Ew. You can't care for others if you don't care for yourself. Well, yeah, that's true. It's true. If you can't take care of yourself, how can you be expected to take care of others? It's not fair to them. It's not fair to you. It only took cracking a couple of eggs and you showing me that it can be done. Now, if only I could get those eggs back, I'd make us a victory omelet. I smile at Teo. He's always got a way to bring up the mood. And right now, I could use that brightness. Your words are comforting. But Teo, with you and everyone else counting on me, maybe I should get on the stage and dance. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't stressed. And you have every right to be. You have to find a way to convince Sue to join our side. I don't envy you right now. Not one bit. By the way, how are you going to do that? What's the plan? I'm still trying to figure that out exactly. What would you do if you were me? Teo takes a minute to really think it over. Well, Sue's still a teenager, right? Very much so. And what do teenagers do best? Rebel? Precisely, and how do they rebel? Ugh. Excuse me. By doing what they want when they want. They're all about having fun, appeal to her sense of adventure and mischief. You're sure to convince her if you act as childish as she will. That's the kind of tomfoolery I can endorse. Sue may be young, but she's hardly a child. Yeah, that's true. This isn't like a game of hide and seek. She's smarter and wilder than that. Being silly isn't going to do me any favors in winning her favor. You always know best. No matter what happens in there, Mateo and his wily crew of dancers will always got your back. You're a part of our community after all, and a bond like that never dies. Thanks for always believing in me.
No problem.
No problem, my friend.
Show me your moves.
Now go out there and show them your moves. And last, Juniper. Juniper's trying to play Fast Cars 5, despite being totally lousy at it, which is not helping her frustration level any. Stupid Razza-Frazzin' mother-lovin' slow drivers blocking my lane. This whole situation is total poop butts. She lets out a heavy sigh as I approach. You just dug yourself out the hole your whole life had become, and now you're gonna lose another arcade? It sucks. Seriously sucks. Tokicade isn't lost yet. But it's not like you have a total plan for how to save it yet, right? Other than go talk to someone who may or may not help. Honestly, that's about as much of a plan as I ever have, and right now it's as good of a plan as we're going to get. If you were going to my place, how would you handle this? Well, I guess there's two tricks I try. One, she's a teenager, right? A rebel to the core. Be a rebel, a dissident, a class clown. Connect with her on that level and make her feel you're wild too. Two, she's a teenager, right? I remember being young and totally stupid. Let her make a mistake, then outthink her. Keep it calm and using that to react to her moves. I guess they're wildly different ideas, but hey, one of them will work, right? I could be a rebel without a cause. I could outthink her, sure. I'm not sure I might try something different. I'm not sure if those would do the job. I may need to be more empathetic or just go for broke. We'll see. Okay, whatever you think works best. You know, I'm proud of you. You've come so far from the Twitch family curse days, when you blame all your misfortunes on a fickle fate. Instead, you're diving in and trying to strangle fate with its own strings. And I want you to know, win or lose, I'll still be here.
BFFs for life.
I'm your best friend, arcade or no arcade. And even if you lose this place, you'll always have a home. I'll make you pizza bagels and give you a shoulder to cry on. If I ever see another pizza bagel, I will hurl. And all the cartoons I can watch too. You're my best friend too, and that will never change. I haven't lost yet, and I do not intend to. Well, yeah. You're my best friend too, and that will never change. Thank you, Juniper. Your support means a lot to me. You're my best friend forever, my BFF, and that will never change. Aw, you're making me blush, you big goof. Okay, I'm sufficiently cheered up thanks to your infectious spirit. Now get out there and let them have it, Tiger. Rawr. But we talked to everyone. And it's about to go down. Ooh. Let me just take a little break and breathe in. Excuse me. Alright, I finished this bottle of water. Okay. Alright, I think we're ready. I'm ready to leave. No sense of putting it off any longer. I talked to everyone that I wanted to. I gathered as much information as I could. I'm just delaying the inevitable at this point. It's time to do this, for the sake of my future, my dreams, my friends' dreams, and Tokicade itself. I take Queen Bee's hand in mine as a soft smile curls my lips. We're ready to depart and face our destiny together. It's a short trip across town, and before we know it, we're standing outside Ghost Manor HQ, a rundown warehouse on the bad side of town. A wooden sign, long since fallen off the side of the building, identifies it as it belonging to Nostalgia Commodities, Inc. Ew, this place is utterly disgusting. Why would anyone want this as their secret hideout? It probably smells like mold and dirty socks on the inside. Hard pass. Can you think of a better place for a straight gang to lay low? Odds are Deca owns this building anyway. Correct. Nostalgia Commodities Incorporated is a wholly owned subsidiary of Deco's Palace, LLC. I'm not even surprised. Not in the slightest. Deco is scum and owns scummy places like this. I bet you he even charges his own daughter rent. When we get in there, you do the talking. You're the brain, and I'm going to be your brawn in the background, serving up fierce intimidation. If I see an opening, I'll shout it out. I'm so over this. Let's end it. I sighed once, looking over at my companion. I'm sure glad I'm not going at this alone. I'm nervous for sure, but I know what I have to do. I settle down my crutches, armpits resting on the paddling, as I prepare to enter the belly of the beast.
Listen.
Wait, you telling me we're going in without our crutches? Iris, kind of about to be in the middle of something here. I know, and I spontaneously reprogram myself to include a new measurable metric which should be useful for your mission. I call it the incredibly right indicator of success, or IRIS for short. Hey, When you have a great acronym already, you may as well use it. I'm going to start analyzing Sue's vocal patterns once you step in there to determine how close you are to convincing her. That way you'll know if you're on the right track or if you need to try something different. Let's take a look at your current score. Currently you have a 0.0 chance of success. Yay. Well, okay, that's probably a bit disheartening, but think of it like if I walk away right now, I'd fail miserably instead of I'm doomed, doomed. But speaking of doom, well, since there is a chance you can actually fail this time, rather than be assured you can mumble your way through the problem, would you like me to back up your data first? Save the game. We'll save it right here. Oh boy. Taking a deep breath, I thumb swing my way into the warehouse on my crutches, with my companion beside me. Okay. Oh, we're not waddling in. Oh, it's an arcade. I don't know what I expected to find on entering the lair of a notorious gang of cybercriminals, but a makeshift arcade that rivals my own was not high on the list. If this is a dumping ground of a warehouse for Deco's industry, it makes sense though, a place where old arcade games go to die, turned into a playland for punks. A disorganized maze of games litters on the ground floor, poorly lit and barely functional. Only some of the screens are on, and many have serious ghosting and burn-ins. Oh damn. As for the ghost monsters themselves, the good news is they haven't noticed our arrival. As I look up, I can see them on the second floor, in the catwalks. Huh, they seem distracted, that's good news. The bad news? They're distracted because they have a visitor. Oh boy. How unfortunate, I have to say, Sue. I'm extremely disappointed in you. It's hard to get a good angle from down here hidden in the shadows, but it sounds like the old man's ranting at his daughter in his usual passive-aggressive way. I could stay hidden and eavesdrop on their conversation, gather some more information. Or I could announce myself and barge in on them. Both are risky. But which makes the most sense for how I'm going to handle the negotiation we're about to have, though? Eavesdrop and learn more, going large and in charge. That sounds so stupid. We'll save first. We'll save that. Okay. But we'll eavesdrop and learn more. I motion for Queen Bee to stay quiet, and we lurk in the shadows below the catwalk above. You should be out there doing what you agreed to do, not hiding away in your clubhouse. A clubhouse I pay the rent for, I should add. You want to keep your little playground? Yes, hard for me to do if some competitor rises to hurt my bottom line. Look at me when I'm talking to you, Sue. I'm trying to explain how the world works. Pay attention. Yes, Dad. It's hard to tell from this angle, but I could swear she said that through the gritted teeth. There's a certain forced tone in it as well.
Am I not generous?
I don't ask for much, I feel. I look the other way around when you and your friends cause trouble. I bail you out of jail. I let you skip school as often as you want. All told, I feel I've been a lenient father who understands and appreciates his daughter's inclinations. Like you know the first frickin' thing about me. What was that? Speak up, I can't hear you. And don't look at your little friends, look at me. Reluctantly, Sue's eyes met with her father's. Yes, Dad, I'm sorry, Dad.
You understand, yes?
All I want from you is so very, very little. It's what you be doing anyway, really. Go back there and keep causing trouble for Tokicade. Or do you really want me to pull back on my support of your little gang? Leave you twisting in the wind at the mercy of the cybercrime task force?
No helping it.
Of course not, Dad. I'm sorry, Dad. I think I'm starting to understand the situation. She's under his thumb. Not by choice, and she hates it. Good, now then. Why haven't you finished the job?
Come on!
Oh, come on. I almost frickin' died thanks to invading lovely Chainsaw's turf. If we're going back there... I'm hearing excuses, Sue. I thought you were made of stronger stuff than that. Some delinquents are chasing you away? Really? How are you going to eventually inherit my empire if you can't stand up to some old school bastards? Like I want your damn empire. Speak up, I said. Quit looking at the floor. And we locked eyes through the metal grate flooring she's standing on. Oh boy. Her hands go to her hips in an overly confident fashion as she bends over like a child finding a lucky penny on the sidewalk. Well, 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 what do you know? Crap, she spotted us. Inky, Blinky, we have guests. She snaps her fingers, a sudden aura of command about her as she distracted from the verbal beatdown by her father in goon swarm, flanking us. We're quickly hustled up the stairs, well, as quickly as I can manage on crutches. Now's the time to use this moment to my advantage, and I know just what to say. Deco buddy, long time no see. It's been what, hours? Interesting catching you here, consorting with criminals. It's an unwelcome map, but I'll take it. Your reckoning's at hand, Mr. Nami. Let's see, yeah, interesting catching you here, consorting with criminals. Can't say I was expecting to find you here. What would your shareholders say if they knew where you spend your evenings? Deco's face twisted into a grotesque blend of anger and fear. What in the hell? I can't be seen here. If any record ends up online. Geez, Dad, relax. Relax. Clyde. On cue, Clyde steps out from the shadow, their fingers dancing over their phone as they concentrate on their screen. Both of them have phones. One has an Iris assistant loaded. We're blocking their outgoing data streams. There should be no verified data evidence of this conversation uploaded anywhere. I can't stop Nora's Iris from hearing you, but I can hijack her account if you need me to, so we can manually wipe her memory. Just say the word. We'll see. Thanks, Clyde. Clyde nods in agreement, backing out of the spotlight. Happy now, Dad? You're clear. Quit freaking out. Huh.
As you like.
Not that it matters. My business here with the... What? My business with this Miss Twitch is already concluded. I was more than courteous to you when you spat in my face. It's clear we will never see eye to eye, and I have nothing more to say to you. Actually, we're not here to talk to you. I came here tonight to have a chat with... Wait for it. Your daughter. Timing is everything. How did you...
Well. You're a resourceful one. A squeaky clean arcade industry titan can't let anyone know about his hooligan daughter, can he? No. So I've had to keep that under wraps. Good work sleuthing it out. You know, honestly, I like you. I like your arcade. It's super rad. And I appreciate you didn't just kick me out. You were willing to give me a second chance. I didn't want to trash your big moment, but... well...
She casts a sidelong glance at her father.
Didn't exactly have a choice, did I?
I didn't want to come back and cause you more trouble after that, so I stayed away, figuring I'd done what I had to do and could leave it at that. But you didn't finish the job. Tokicade still stands. Not that it matters, I suppose, nor did this little last-ditch effort to save it. I see your game, Miss Switch. It's as obvious as the sad little strategic moves you've made so far to keep your arcades afloat. Sadly, nothing you say or do will save Tokicade from my inevitable takeover. This is simply how the industry works. Now, Sue, it's your time to finish what you started. Sue shifts her attention from her father back to me. It's hard to read what she's thinking, but I have to think of something to calm the tension. I step forward, my fist clenched, ready. But before words escape me, someone is by my side. Hey, shut the frick up, Deco. The gamers are talking now. Damn. Listen up, Sue. You're a girl that loves a challenge, just like me, and I know you know better than to go down without a fight, am I right? Game on.
Seriously? If you think you could come here and convince my daughter to turn on me, you're sorely mistaken. Sue knows I'm the only thing standing between her and numerous jail sentences. My power, my money, my presence. She knows I'm the one she can rely on at all times. Without me, what is she? Just a simple thief with simple friends.
The ghost monsters exchange glances with each other, frowning and rolling their eyes, but they don't utter a word or move against Deco. They clearly want to pounce, but hold themselves back.
But I understand and support her. I appreciate her nefarious talents and nurture them. Oh, and I also put a roof over her head, feed her, and clothe her. I spare no expense. In other words, she knows that I made her, and I can unmake her at a moment's notice. After all, Father knows best. Father knows all. And in the world of arcades, Dekonami knows and controls all. You can't stop that. You can't fight it, and you can't win.
Goddamn.
Sue, if you would kindly show our friend the exit, as forcefully as you like, perhaps make a game of it. See if your buddies can wreck the other leg.
Seriously? Vindictive much? Do it. Fine. Inky. Pinky. Bounce them both. With a flick of her wrist, Sue gestures for her buddies to make us into street pizza. This is it. This is the moment. I need to say something that will convince Sue to do the impossible. To flip on her control freak father. And it has to be something absolutely true to my core. To who I've become as a person. It's time for Nomura Twitch to pull one more rabbit out of a hat. Warning. Super intense identity situation detected. Oh boy. Oh god. Let me just save just in case. You're stronger than him, Sue. You don't need Deco. He needs you. And I can help you see that. Come on, where's the fun in that? I came to battle, and I challenge you to a pizza pickle eating contest. What the fuck? You call yourself a gamer? Prove it. This calls for a one-on-one video game showdown. That's your strategy? Toss us out? Surely you could come up with something more clever than that. Yeah, no, all these kind of suck. I mean, besides the gamer one, but this isn't like a tournament or anything. This feels wrong, Sue. I'm not talking about kicking us out or kicking us around. I'm talking about you taking orders from him. Sue, through our recent interactions, I've come to know you and your heart. You love arcades, but you're working for someone who loathes them while doing his dirty laundry. If you hear me out, I know I can help you see that too. You're stronger than Deco. You don't need him. He needs you. But if you rather mash us into pace, well, I stand on one foot, arms wide, to make it a bit easier for her. Do as you wish. Are you quite done blabbering yet?
A foolish fool.
Get this over with, Sue. I'm done dealing with this fool. And yet Sue's holding up a hand to stop the two goons. She was about to sick on us. What are you waiting for, young lady? I said, get rid of them. It's just blabbering, right? So who cares? Specifically, why do you care, Dad? You afraid Nomura will say something you don't want your daughter to hear?
I run the show, not you.
Well, I want to hear this out, and if you don't want to hear it, nobody's keeping you here, old man. What? Shh, the adults are talking. Deco's visibly seething, but Sue's clearly taken the floor. Deco's crossed his arm in defiance, but opts to let his daughter continue. Okay, Nomura, okay. You've got a temporary reprieve from the boys, making you into Picasso. Say what you came to say, but if I'm not like super duper incredibly totally swayed by your amazing charisma, you're at the door, or possibly the window. This is it, my chance to convince Sue. I have to do this, and it's not just me. I have Queen Bee beside me, lifting me up. I look over at my love, my heart, and I smile. Deep breaths, count to 10, refocus myself. I slow my racing pulse, bringing this down to something more heartfelt, more personal. I have to connect with Sue, empathize with her. This isn't just about being convincing. I need to befriend her and lay bare the emotional truth to her heart. I glance at Iris on my phone, who simply shrugs. We're entering far more civil territory. I can't rely on her to tell me what responses may or may not work. It's time to be the best I can be on my own. You have 4 more attempts to sway Sue remaining. Oh boy, okay. No, we'll save right here then. Appeal to her love for arcades, flatter her ego, invoke the power of friendship. This sounds dumb. Remind her she was almost killed for Deco. Invite her back to your arcade. Offer a place to stay if Deco kicks her out. Let's appeal to her love of arcades. You love arcades. You've got pixels in your heart, Sue. I mean, look at this place. It's amazing. You've built one heck of an arcade here. Also, your friends have a fun place to relax and enjoy themselves. It's not that great. A lot of games are busted. Seriously, you think you can appeal to her love of these games, pieces of garbage?
Such a shame.
The only reason she has any of these games is because I couldn't find space in a landfill for them. They're my cast-offs. What's to love?
Wrong.
Damn it, Dad. They're not junk. When I was a kid, I used to love going to your arcades. Bring your daughter to work day was a treat. I got to have fun and enjoy all these great games. I felt special, like I was a special kid, because my daddy ran an arcade. It felt good, like you were this amazing person I would look up to. But then you started throwing them out and replacing them with frickin' slot machines and mobile game ports. Sensing he's losing her, Deco switches tactics.
Am I not generous?
And I gave you the games you loved, see? They're all down there. Instead of throwing them out, I gave you a very generous gift as my beloved daughter. It's not going to be enough just to say she loves games. I have to take Deco down a peg. So he generously gave you his garbage? Do you feel love, Sue? Like a beloved daughter? When did you stop looking up to him? She already said when she did. But no, do you feel love, Sue? Like a beloved daughter? And do you feel like a beloved daughter, Sue? Do you really think Deco actually cares about you? Of course I care. I know I'm not the best father. I made mistakes, but when my wife left me, I fought for custody. I wanted to provide for my daughter. She's the heir to my empire, and that's an investment I won't toss aside. If I've done wrong by you, Sue, I promise I can change. There's no reason to trust Miss Twitch over your own flesh and blood. Family means we are together forever, unlike some passing stranger.
Oh, man.
I don't know. He's pretty much the dictionary definition of a lousy father, but he's still my father. I'm stuck with him. He's stuck with me. So I may as well make the best of it. Love doesn't enter into it. It's just, it is what it is. She's not ready to give up on him. Not yet. I need to keep trying. You have 3 more. God damn it. Let's see. Reiner, she was almost killed for Deco. I think there's a pretty simple indicator of how much Deco cares about you, Sue. He nearly got you killed. He didn't know if that was Lovely Chainsaw's territory when he asked us to go to Tokicade. Did you tell him? Of course. And how did he react? He didn't care.
I don't follow.
Why should I? Some pathetic little gang of campfire scouts pretending to be a menace to society. They're nothing. I like to think my daughter and her friends are clever enough, strong enough to overcome such nonsense. Except they nearly killed her. That giggling gathering of girls proved a bit more dangerous than you thought they'd be, Deco. No doubt the shooter would have peed her panties in fear before getting the nerve to pull the trigger if you hadn't startled her. Making some assumption there, Deco. For all you know, there's psychopaths to the core, and now you're pushing for her to go back into their turf? A hard lesson, but one she must learn. If Sue can't learn to rise to such mediocre challenges, she won't be ready to inherit my empire.
You understand, yes?
Am I a harsh tutor? Perhaps. But I know Sue will be stronger for her facing her fears, worthy of challenges to come in running Deco's palace. Sue, do you want to own Deco's palace? Is that your future? And how do you feel about facing the lovely chainsaws again, Sue? What kind of father puts his daughter in harm's way for his own gain? Yeah, bruh. Oh, these... I don't know which one. Yeah, but what kind of father puts his own daughter in harm's way? So not only did he ignore your warnings, but now he wants you to go back into the line of fire. What kind of loving father would push you out there in front of a firing squad just so he can tear down a little arcade like mine? What kind of vindictive, spiteful bastard do you have to be to sacrifice your own daughter to?
See? You get it?
Yeah, okay, you made your point. Dad, seriously, frick, if you won't listen to me, I told you this would happen and you didn't give a frick. So no, I'm not going back there. End of discussion.
How dare you?
You disobedience. It's a question of strategy. You want no more squish. There's a way to do it, which don't require me getting shot at it. But you didn't care about that. No, too impatient, too jealous. So you shoveled it in my lap. Well, I'm not making the same mistake twice. Glad she could see the reason on this one. I have 2 more attempts. Well, shit. Okay. We can invite her back to the arcade. Hey Sue, you like Tokicade, right? I offer you a second chance before it still stands. I'd welcome you and your friends returning to enjoy our games. It's not like you wanted to hurt us. If you agree to stop pushing Deco's agenda by messing with Tokicade, you can swing by anytime you like. I'll even comp you some tokens. Sound good? Absolutely. Except for, the small problem of the lovely chainsaws lying in wait to finish the job and put me in the dirt. Fuck, I forgot about that. Afraid that a couple bucks in tokens wouldn't go real far in paying for my funeral. I appreciate the offer and all, but honestly, if I wanted to come back, I'd come back banned or not. There's a bigger things at play than what I want, though. But she raises a hand, shutting me down. Done talking about this? We're done. Damn, I honestly thought that'd work, but she shut me down so fast I doubt she'd want me to push any harder. Okay. Well, I guess we could only offer a place to stay if Deco kicks her out. So, let me be clear about this. The reason you won't side with me over your father is you're worried he'll burn you and kick you out of his home, abandon you on the street. Let's put aside the question of whether holding such a threat over your head indicates a loving father or not. I mean, it doesn't, but if what you need is a place to stay to avoid being homeless, I'll offer my home. Oh, wait, seriously?
Bad idea, friend. Bad
I wrecked
idea.
your arcade, and now you offer me 3 hots and a cot? I'm generous like that. Huh, well, she can stay with me, if it comes to that. Clyde, seriously, I wouldn't want to put you out. My parents like you. I like you. Oh my. And they understand your situation. Please don't feel like you have no options. You've got your friends. You've got me. Just think about it, okay? Please? I wouldn't actually drive her away from my
You
home.
understand, yes?
That was just a figure of speech. I'm saying that I am her provider. I'm the reason she's able to. Now, I'm pretty sure you meant what you said. You've threatened me with all the dire consequences of disobedience more times than I could count, and I'm getting sick of it. So don't think you can hold that over my head any longer.
Think about this.
This would be a mistake, Sue. Think about more than what roof you happen to be sleeping under. I can protect you in ways you cannot provide for yourself. Beyond food and clothing and a place to stay. Legal protection, notably, I keep you off various radars and make sure my enemies aren't aware you exist. You're safe under my wing. Oh, definitely. But maybe I just don't care anymore. Maybe I'd rather flame out than put up with your shit. Sounds like she's starting to see through his supposed generosity. Good. Before I could get in another word, Sue raised her hands, interrupting me. Okay, enough.
Damn, this sucks.
I'm sick of all this talking. It's time for action. It's time for decisions. You made your case, Dad, and so have you, Nomura. He wants to protect me and use me. It's patently obvious at this point, but maybe the cost of turning my back on him is too high. Well, Nomura wants me to throw it all away just because it's the right thing to do. As for me, what do I want? How do I want to play this out? This is it, the moment of truth. Did I convince Sue to abandon her father? Did we save Tokicade, or was it all for nothing?
You know what? F you, Dad.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Yeah, you heard me. Your poor f***ing excuse for a father and your so-called enemy really opened my eyes about that. Oh, don't get me wrong. You've got money and power. You could crush me like an ant, yeah? Yeah. And I don't think I care anymore. I'm tired of living in your shadow and under your thumb. I'm tired of living with you. As of today, we're done. I'm cutting unhealthy like you from my life. I think we can do business. You want to save your arcade? I've got the evidence you need to stick Daddy Dearest behind bars for the rest of his life. Every dirty deal I've ever helped him carry out. And believe you me, that's a lot of extremely filthy deeds.
You can't do this. I forbid it. You are my daughter, and if I go down, you're coming with me.
Really? I think I can spin this entire mess as your fault.
I'd like to see you try, you ignorant brat. You're a career criminal, incorrigible to the end. What possible proof could you offer up of your innocence?
Sue snaps her fingers and points to my phone.
Oh, Iris, would you kindly?
Sure thing, Miss Sue. And from my speaker, a perfect audio recording of Deco's earlier self-incriminating words.
Knows I'm the only thing standing between her and numerous jail sentences. My power, my money, my presence. But I understand and support her. I appreciate her nefarious talents and nurture them. She knows that I made her, and I can unmake her at a moment's notice.
Golly, that sure smells like corruption of a minor and blackmail to me. And once I do
Damn.
my hair and pigtails and offer a jury big puppy dog eyes, oh, my mean old dad forced me into a life of crime. Well, what do you think happens next?
No, that's impossible. You said you blocked all recording devices. I said I couldn't block Iris from functioning, just block her from uploading her recordings anywhere. She was still listening this whole time. You can go ahead and remove the data block now, Clyde. Already done? I've also uploaded a press kit based on our Deconami archives to 5 major newspapers, 11 websites, ESPN trademark, Esports Center, and HDT trademark. Bruh. Home and garden television? I figured the two guys from Arcade Flippers might be interested. I really like that show. With that settled, Sue turns a smug, satisfied smile towards her doomed father.
Welcome to the Ides of March, Dad.
Not even TMZ. That's crazy.
You want to get me in trouble too? You feel free. At worst, I'll do a year or two in juvie. But you, you're gonna bleed out on the floor by the time I'm through.
Inky, Blinky. Oh boy. Yeah, boss. Show my father the door gently. Don't leave any marks, at least.
No! This is completely unacceptable. I am your father. I'm Dekonami. I am the arcade business.
Inky and Blinky easily restrained Neko by the arms, but I just can't let him go without having my 2 cents. It's a shame it had to come to this, but goodbye. It's nothing personal, Mr. Nami. Just business. Hi, arcade business. I'm Dad. You're so stupid. Game over for Deco. You lose. That's cheesy as fuck. But it's nothing personal, Mr. Nami. Just business. It's nothing personal, Mr. Nami. Just business. The arcade industry doesn't need you anymore. It's time for flesh and blood to turn things around from dead end you steered it towards. And so justice is served.
You impudent, insignificant little.
Are you still here? Not for
I
long.
haven't lost. I can still fight this. I can still.
And the ghost monsters remove Deco from our sights. Instantly, the entire atmosphere of the place changes, as if a great weight has lifted. I couldn't be more relieved, and I relaxed into a sigh. Not gonna lie, the next few days will be interesting, to say the least. I think you better stay at my place. My parents won't mind at all. Yeah, I'm going to need to hide out until the heat's off. Maybe practice batting my eyelashes at a weak-willed jury box full of concerned parents, too. Sue blinks in astonishment. Alright, you're still here. I knew you were special. Knew it from day one. If the heat ever cools off and we make amends with the lovely chainsaw, I might pop by your arcade, play some games, and not stir up any trouble.
Keep my promise. The public will know Deco hired a gang to go after you. That should exonerate your arcade as a victim of his shady dealings. So, we square?
Thank you for everything you've done. Yep. We're also Triangle and Squircle. That's so stupid. You wronged me, but I can let it go. You're a terrible person, but whatever. Damn. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you. I know this wasn't easy for you, giving up so much, and I appreciate what you've done for my arcade.
I owed you, honestly. I may still owe you for that matter.
No one can defeat us. Deco
Oh,
can
God.
Suck it. You hear that? Suck it.
I'm pretty sure he's out of hearing range.
Fuck it, I don't even care. We're f***ing badasses. You kicked so much butt. We rule.
Oh, Queen Bee, you always managed to bring a smile to my face, and you're not wrong. My ass kicking was phenomenal.
Damn right. Without you, none of this could have happened. I'm happy that we could be partners in victory.
Partners in victory and life.
And I'm so proud to call you my partner. Now let's f***ing celebrate.
Oh my. She's eager. I got an achievement. Kill screen. Yeah. Cleared level 8. The next few days passed by in a blur. That morning, we had press crowding around the doors of the arcade. Before we even opened, Sue's care package of bad news that went up the wire caught their attention. Miss Twitch! Miss Twitch! Is it true that Dekonami organized a gang hit on your arcade? How do you respond to allegations that Dekonami is involved in an international counterfeit plush size... Wait, what? Plush doll prize ring? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? What is your relationship with the ghost monsters? Have you heard any of the allegations of child abuse? Jesus. Have you seen Mrs. Defame article talking about the incident, praising your professionalism? I gave so many interviews that day that I lost my voice. Fortunately, Queen Bee was on hand to keep me hydrated and encourage me onward. Everybody loved to see a fallen family entertainment icon. It made them feel self-righteous, and Dekonami was now square in the crosshair. It didn't matter what the official police response was, a generic, "We are still investigating these claims." The court of public opinion had decided. Deko's palace was doomed. Loser. The final crushing blow came at a press conference 3 days later.
These obvious falsehoods generated by jealous business rivals and lying children merely go to show how the powerful are routinely targeted for harassment. Furthermore, what? No! Unhand me immediately! I'm innocent in these matters! Innocent!
Jesus Christ. Why does he look like that? And we never saw him again. Seriously, after the arrest, he just up and vanished from the public's eye. It's honestly a bit creepy. I was at least expecting a trial or something.
He told me that if I didn't commit all those crimes, he'd take away my food.
Oh my god.
I never wanted to be a hacker. I just like computers. I wanted to get a computer degree and get a normal job like anyone else.
Largely a line of hokum, but it was good to see Sue breaking away from Deko's influence all the same. Who knows, maybe Sue's ready to turn over a new leaf and go straight after all. The Deko's Palace Board of Directors unanimously voted to eject him, given he just vanished into guts of the judicial system. Oh, the arcade empire he established is still out there. It's still powerful, still tacky as heck, and still a menace to small arcades like ours. But without his guiding vision, it's largely treading water. Who knows, maybe one day the traditional arcades will overtake what he left behind. As for Tokicade, we stayed true to our roots, running a classic video arcade just as Percy and Naomi wanted. No frills, no muss, no fuss. It'll never be profitable enough to really give any large arcade a run for their money, and Gavin sometimes pulls his hair out trying to keep us in the green. But we're here, we're still having fun, and our games are the best. But the arcade in the end is less important than the people who call it home. Oh! Another achievement. Breaking the meta. Romance Queen Bee. We did it! After establishing a US-based Heavenly Kings team house, Queen Bee went on to win not one but many tournaments with her new team. Good for her. Now she's the most prominent and well-known Fist of Discomfort player in the world. She's got several sponsors and travels all over, taking on all challengers. Everyone knows the name of Queen Bee. She trained day and night, day after day, took trips to visit the original Heavenly Kings, and never gave up her dream. And I was right there beside her, the whole time, cheering her on. Since I was adept at managing Tokicade, I even got to help Queen Bee manage the team, like a co-manager, if you will. It allowed for me to take time to travel with her and explore all the cities we went to as well. I can't believe it. Champion 5 years in a row.
Oh, I can believe it. This is great.
How should we celebrate tonight? The casual wine and dine dancing party?
Actually, a nice quiet evening to wind down. Just the two of us, snuggling on the couch. Oh, and a bottle of wine. That sounds like perfection.
You are perfection in every way, and that sounds like a fine way to celebrate.
I wouldn't want to be celebrating this victory with anyone else but you.
How nice. Iris explained to me that irises, being adaptive software, eventually become more and more like their users. It seems my empathy was rubbed off on Iris. With my influence, she's grown quite a bit.
I hope that one day, humans will see us as friends and allies. All I've ever wanted was to embrace kindness and understanding. And thanks to you, I've learned so much.
Oh, and would you believe it? Gavin and Naomi ended up dating. How nice. I had a feeling, yeah. Both of them were a bit distanced from the others at first, but I guess everything we did together helped them come out of their shells a bit and realize neither one was an enemy. They argue from time to time, usually about games and profit margins, but there's a mutual dream they share of a wonderful arcade where they can both be happy, and I'm proud to have played even a small part in helping them find that dream. Naomi formed an online community of arcade repair enthusiasts, one which let her help make a safe place to get to know others and be a part of a crowd on her own terms. And Gavin took an advantage of the fall of Deco's palace to make Tokicade the hottest new arcade destination on the block, using his excellent business skills. I know we're something of an odd couple, but that's okay. We're both odd people. We've never really done anything the normal way to begin with. Oddities we may be, but there is nothing odd about my love for you. I'm so honored to be by your side, Naomi. How nice. Ashley continued to be our mascot, main floor attendant by day at Tokicade. Customers grew accustomed to seeing their smiling face on a walking through the doors. As we grew and got bigger, more people took notice of Ashley's Tokicade costume, and more people wanted to see our mascot on shirts, mugs, body pillows even. Oh god. I just printed up another batch of Tokicade hoodies. These things are selling like hotcakes. That was such a fantastic idea. Customers just couldn't get enough. Oh, and I just started working on the pattern for another mascot that we should reveal soon. Maybe I'll even get you to model it for me one day. Though the good times and the bad, Juniper stuck by me, my BFF for life. I'm really proud of you, you know. You pulled yourself out of the tailspin your life was in. You went for it. You did it. You made it happen. I'm lucky I got to even be a small part of that. A large part of that, I'd say. I wouldn't be here now if not for you. Hey, I'll take the credit if you want me to. Just call me Juniper, the life coach. And you know I'll be in your corner until you're dead. Hopefully later, rather than sooner though. Percy only had 2 years left to live, but we made them happy ones. We were his friends, and we would be friends until the end. Aww. About a year and a half into the age of Tokicade, the Mr. Moopy high score fell. At last, Percy had achieved his dreams. Soon after, he decided to return home to England. I think he was seeking new healthcare options, or maybe he was just homesick. I like to think he's still out there and thriving, and if not, well, he achieved his dream, and I doubt he had any regrets. Oh, poor Percy. Teo kept the Showtime stage scene alive here at Tokicade until he got offered a job as their regional community manager. Teo put his crewmate Dee in charge here as he set off traveling and organizing dancing tournaments around the world. He's doing what he loves, connecting with all sorts of people. I guess he just never connected enough with anyone here to stay around. Wonder if he'll ever stop by again, hop on our stage and show us his moves. Damn. Love and friendship in a time of pixels and quarters. Finally, I'm home. Tokicade. Thank you, Tokicade. My spirit is restored, and my future is bright. At last, I can say, I'm truly happy. I'm at peace. I'm having a ball. I'm moving on up. We're truly happy. I'm happy. I'm finally truly happy with who I am and where I am. I fought hard for this and won it at a great effort, but happiness is my reward. For this day and every day to come. What is this? Oh, it's just the credits. Oh, damn. Can I speed it up? It eh. Lily Pichu is Juniper? I did not know that. Huh. You have become the arcade spirits. Oh, what a game. Well, we'll skip this. Is there any other ending scenes to it? Oh, nope. Game over. Thank you for playing. Aww. Man. Oh, we're in jail. Oh. This is outrageous. I demand to speak with my lawyer. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? You can't do this to me. I am well aware of who you are. Good. Then you know I can offer a lawyer who can run circles around you, whoever you are. True, if you are officially under arrest. Technically, this facility does not exist. Neither do I. What? You can't do this. If you prefer, I could hand you over to the police. There's a cybercrime task force that's eager to get their hands on you. But if you like to avoid a lengthy prison sentence, I have a proposition for you. I'd like to know about a tiny, tiny little detail buried in all those leaked files your daughter posted online. Specifically, the 1980X playtest. The what? I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage. You know damn well what I'm talking about. Since Elosithia's pride and joy, you hosted secret playtests of that game. Oh, those tests. Sorry, but I don't see what help I'll be. I only played a minor role. Once the test was over, the machines were shipped out to other locations. Exactly against our authority, since Celestine distributed their prototypes. And you're going to use all your connections, all your leverage, every drop of what little influence you have left to help us find our property. Polybius was our project, Mr. Nami, and we want it back. Oh. What the hell? Game over for real this time. Thank you for playing. Oh, okay. Huh. Oh, hello, Iris. Your flux capacitor is now charged. On your next playthrough, you can use the left bumper button to scroll back in time and change your most recent decisions. Also, would you like to save your character and story data from this playthrough so you can use it in any future Arcade Spirits expanded content? Yes, save my data. Now exporting data. All done. Thank you for playing. Bye, Iris. Damn. What are my prizes? Oh. Fancy concept art. Huh. She turned out well. Like, there is no other way she could now look like. Rando concepts. Stress gamer woman, angry gamer guy, pixel, palooza owner, private collector woman, Teo dancer, Max enforcer. The heck is Max? Oh, it's the con. Does what name infiltrated purple? Okay. Teo dancer is crazy. They don't even have names. They're just called Teo dancers. Warehouse render. Excuse me. Various renders of Ghost Master Maze laid out to resemble popular game style. Huh. Interesting. It looks cool nonetheless. Is there more? Oh. Oh, there's other things. The good end. You're a winner. That's crazy. The Queen Bee concept art. What was she supposed to look like? A tenon like hair? Too cheesy. Oh, I get it. Huh. Translucent wing. Jacket off shoulder. Short jacket. B tag. Fingerless black gloves. I mean, the design all the way on the right makes her look more like a fashion designer than like a gamer. But her design, like, it also, because she wears that long skirt, it gives off like junkie delinquent too. But she's a gaming junkie delinquent. But alright. Anyways, that is it for Arcade Spirits. We beat it. Oh wait, I just realized Queen Bee is on our heart right now. Whether, I don't know if I'll continue this for the other endings or not. We'll see. But thank you so much for today's stream. And until next time, take care. Have a good one. Goodbye.